Well, hello, Transparent Church and friends. This is Pastor James with the Word of the Day. Today I want to spotlight Philippians chapter 3, verse number 14 from the New Living Translation, where we find these words. I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us. Well, as we get started today and get ready for the weekend, I want to use for a theme today as we close out the theme Renewal for the New Year. Today's theme, Press Toward the Future. So as we press toward the future today, we can learn from the Apostle Paul as he begins to share in Philippians 3:14 here that we must press to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize for which God is calling us through Christ Jesus. He's letting us know prior to 14 and 13 that one thing he does after all other things is forget those things which are behind and press. We've talked about renewing our mind this year. We talked about getting a new heart for a new start this week as we go into this new year. Today we want to talk about also pressing. Here's what I want you to understand. Even though God has blessed us with this second day of the new year, there are some things that God's going to bless us with in 2026, but there are going to be some things that you and I won't get unless we press. Because God blesses doesn't mean that everything comes easy. I want you to understand, just as the Apostle Paul is letting us know, that we have to make a mindful effort to forget so we can press. You and I also have to make a mindful mental note that everything doesn't come easy. So today, there may be some things that you have to make in your heart and mind and purposefully decide that you're going to press. If you believe it's a gift or a vision that God has given you to pursue for 2026, everything's not going to come easy. You and I have to get our minds locked and loaded to be willing and wanting to press to get God's best. So today, make it a great one. Get ready for a great weekend in the Lord. And Lord willing, we'll see you at church on Sunday or online next time. But looking forward to seeing you press in this new year, believing that God's best is not behind, but it's right before us all. Make it a great one, and we'll see you, Lord willing, next time.